Alright, the message of the music very clear. Hope you know that you can be what you want to be. We're turning our attention to the music industry, one of the biggest money-making industries in Nigeria, and I'm here with Stanslim. Good morning, brother.
Yeah. Good morning, Nifemi Gold.
That's a stage name. What's your real name?
Okay, my real name's Stanslim Odogwu.
Odogwu.
Yes.
And what kind of music really do you do?
Okay, well, I'm more of a soul person. Kind of my style, classic hip hop soul, like classic hip hop soul, jazz in it. But I'm basically a soul jazz artist.
But what we saw is hip hop.
Yeah, it has hip hop. That's why I said hip hop. You know, the soul is in there and the hip hop. You understand? Because sometimes, depending on how the music comes, I rap at times and I sing.
What would you say is the inspiration behind that song?
Okay, that song has to do with me growing up. I can. The song talks about you can be whatever you want to be in life generally. You understand? It's just that this one, the whole concept was really narrowed down to music. Basically, it cut across every endeavor of life. Be you a pilot, be you, let's say, journalist. You can be what you want to be. Basically, if you work hard in it.
Yeah. I also hear you say music arc, and you studied architecture in school.
Yes.
Is there a relationship between what you do now and what you studied in school?
Yeah, most times when people get to ask me, I tell them architecture is a solid form of music, and they're like, why? And you understand, because generally, aside every other thing, most times when you even draw in the studio, when I draw, most times I get my concepts when I draw, and most times when I'm drawing, I actually get my concept, songs pop into me, you know, because most times when in the studio drawing, we bump music and everything. And if you really check it out, if you compare both of them, building is what you see physically, and it inspires your mind, your soul. You understand? Music, you hear it, but you can't see it, but you can feel it. But building, if you see something that's outstanding, like talk about historical building, like Type 101 and the rest of them, when you see them, you're like, what is this architect thinking when he's an art? They involve in creativity. Just like in music, you have different style. Like with the first question you asked me, what's my genre and all of that. Also in architecture, there are styles. You understand? There are different styles from the Mesopotamian region and the Tigris. Along the Tigris, you have people using choice of building materials, and also when it comes to styles and reading, aesthetics, who's talking about beauty and the rest of that. So by and large, also in music you have different style. Also then we're talking about reading, there's reading in music which has to do with time. There's also reading in architecture, pattern. Most times, like when maybe you're doing a design, you're balancing your windows, it has to do with patterns, it has to do with reading. You understand? Basically. So well, I just say it's a solid form of music to me.
It's very interesting how you can link both different fields together. But let's talk about the reality of being an artist.
Okay.
Upcoming, because I believe that you're not where you dream in your mind to be yet. Are you at that point where you're drawn in between making money and doing music?
Well, fine. If you want to stick to making money, most times we're going to lose our content, so to say. Why am I saying this? Music is meant to disseminate information. Music is a very strong medium. That's why you have to be careful with what you put on every note, what you put on every beat. You understand? You give out, because it's very fast. People can easily listen to music while walking. You can't watch TV while you're working, driving, or a movie. But you can actually, consciously or subconsciously, you hear music first time on the radio, second time on the radio. You get addicted to it, and before you know, subconsciously you're actually humming it when you're home. Maybe you're getting dressed or in the shower, you're like da, 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 you know, it sticks. So if you want to make money, most times I would say our musical content these days is really dropping, because everybody just wants to dance, everybody just wants to bomb, I want to make that hit and everything. To some extent, if you want to remain relevant in the industry, you have to do something close to the genre. Like I was telling about a new single that I did, My Area Girl, that has the kind of feel of a dance hall, but that's not really me, but you can still feel the soul in it.
Are you any under pressure to do the kind of music that Nigerians would love to visit?
If I say to some extent, because I keep telling people that fine, the music industry is growing in Nigeria, but it's still a baby. They're like, what am I trying to say? We've not gotten to a point whereby music have their proper category. Even in our world, you just see best upcoming, best this, most popular, most featured. When we talk about this guy is a jazz artist, that's his kidda. Soul, best soul. You understand? Reggae. You understand? So you hardly have that. So because all this has a part to play, because it's not everybody that likes the noise. Most times you wake up, you don't want to start with the bumping beat and all of that. Fine, it's good for parties and everything, but like most times I always tell people, my music is not really for the dance hall. You understand? But most times you just have to try to use your lingua, like let's say our native languages, because I've been tempted, just like what you said, because of the rave. You have to remain relevant as much as possible, or else you're like, what's Stanslim doing? I think say Hindi. Don't mind me using like you have to use the context. Like I say, you didn't say Hindi Yankee. This. You say that Ajay, like you want me hungry. The family member that I ain't gonna listen to. So what am I trying to say in essence? What I'm trying to say is that by the time we get to that point, people really stick. And if you notice, people don't find time to even learn musical instruments anymore. Like I'm proficient in the acoustic guitar and the piano.
I wish I came with one so that you can do.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but I can still do a cappella maybe if you want me to. So what am I trying to say? They don't spend time. You can barely on the screen. You can barely count artists that could play musical instruments. Most times they even sing notes on beat. They are not the right degree and right frequency and pitch. They just sing it because we have vocoder. They are mistaken something. Recorded job are meant for radio stations and maybe clubs and all of that. You understand? Then when you come for performances, you are meant to perform live. That's how you now know. You see, most artists, if you keep them up and you ask them what is tonal center, they don't even know. What is your key? They don't know. What is your vocal cord range? They don't know. You ask them what is a normal voice, they don't know. What is a falsetto? What is acting?
Well, there are folks who will tell you that as long as you can do music that Nigerians can dance to, yes, they can make you super rich out of it.
Yes. You understand? Like we're talking about money making, and we're talking about the reality now. If you're talking about reality, what music should be, I think to some extent we still have a long way to go.
Let's talk about the school of thought that to break through in Nigerian music industry, it's either you're singing about love, you're singing about women, or you're talking dirty, explicit and profane. I
don't believe that. Fine. Love makes the world go round, like the saying always go. You understand? I'm not trying to sound like Shakespeare, but the truth is, love has to exist in everything. Love exists in homes. For you to even get married, you have to first love, because God is love first job for it. And that's not like pastor. What am I trying to say? You have to connect with people. People like love. They want to hear love. Most especially ladies get romantic when they hear love song. You understand? If you check out most slow songs, they actually make us like songs. Ladies make us fall in love with songs. That's why most time they even do events and give tickets free, because they're going to drive. Guys know that ladies are coming there. They all rush to that place. You understand? So it depends. But me, I'll tell you something. Like, I'm working, as I was discussing with my manager, I'm working on myself. Fine, I did a little kind of the bumping thing like I told you, because I was tempted to. But I think I would still go back to what I know how to do. In essence, like the guitar thing, I'm working on a single now that I'll still bring out that has to do with me, the real me. You understand? But most times, you don't force yourself on people, so to say. Fine, it's not about the market making the hits and all of that. Some people want to rock every show, but most times, if you really sit all those artists down, that's not the kind of music they're doing. Is not what they want to do. But most times they are being prompted to do that by their management or their record label. You need to lay eggs with enough starter grow, so you need to lay that golden egg. So
are you not under the same pressure that would tell you have to do music for the market? This is what people want to listen to
you know,
now.
to some extent, for my own music, I've been doing it in my own pace, so to say. Fine, I've been on the record label, several record label, but to some extent, the only label that really understood me was that of Felix Liberty, his elder brother, that's Lucky Liberty. You understand? Fine, I've come in contact, like when I was in Benin, I've come in contact with people like Majek Fasheke, Victor Wifo. You understand? All those minds, Eloy Lewis, all those minds that have been there before, that knows about music, and you still see them, they still jam. You know, I was so surprised. Majek Fasheke can still pull chords. You know, it's inspiring. It's inside, it's inbuilt. You don't have to start looking for a beat. You understand? We all find it's good to go digital, but we are just too serious. We're going so, and to some extent, it was actually affecting me. We lose those touch. You know, most times when you see most of the artists, they actually sing, they lose their depth. They're singing. You know, to some extent, like I say, it's even affecting me because we are lazy. Like what computer does to you, it fastens some things. It actually makes you lazy.
How long have you been doing this music?
If I say from my mom's home, music runs in the family actually, but I started professionally 1998.
Okay.
In 1998, when I was in the choir,
What's this thing about the choir? Everybody starts with the choir and then end up secular.
Well, I'm a Catholic actually. Growing up, you know, the church boy thing, you have to be in church, you have to be in church programs, and it all started like this. Someone told me to come join the choir, and I was like, really join the choir? Okay, fine. Then my first major, would I say, breakthrough in the church was, there was this lady, Joanne. He was a family friend, so to say. She told me to sing a collabo with her in Kauden, talking about Kaduna, St. John Dale Barrack, to be precise. She told me to duet. I was singing tenor recite, she was singing soprano. You understand? So when we sang that, and people were like, man, you sound good. And that was it. I joined the choir. Before you knew, I was now the choir master, then the assistant central choir master in the combination of St. John Dale Barrack, St. Mary 44, Peter Ribanto Cantonment, St. James Artillery Barrack, forms the armed forces. My choir came to Our Lady Queen of the Sea, Ojo, and we came third. I think Lazo Kweme's assistant was my director because I sight read. My music, I do it from the depth. I read. I know about
Are
the
you still in the choir now?
You know, right
Yes
now
or no?
I'm in the choir, but I'm not punctual because traveling here, there. Today I'm here, tomorrow I'm in Port Harcourt.
What has the feedback been for your music?
The feedback for me, I'll just tell you that I'm fulfilled because firstly to be able to bring out the creativity in me. Like I also produced too, like the tune I just played, I produced it, and I had like Hybrid, that is something Maliki over there in Benin anymore. I had Tony Ross on it, Cynthia Morgan's producer, the guy that produced my I'm Taking, and lots of other singles for Cynthia Morgan. And it's, you know, it's been, will I say, rewarding, maybe not physical cash for now. I've been able to do what I love doing, even as I practice my profession alongside. Because I'm not just just here, but it's gradually turning to something I have to just, you know, focus. Because the truth is that most times we just want to get money. You have to work before money comes. You understand? There's a manna doesn't fall from heaven. You have to, you know. I still want to get to that point that, you know, I really define, like what I'm trying to say, define what you do. It's good to be known for something. They say, good name is better than riches and gold.
You're not in a haste to make the money.
I'm not really in a haste. If money comes, fine, because you have to love it, or else you lose the act.
Let's talk about the Nigerian music industry.
Okay.
In your rating, I'm asking you now to pick your top 3 Nigerian acts that you think have held it down over the years, and your biggest Nigerian musicians. Who would those people be?
Like when you're talking about, what are you talking about generally? Like you're talking about the popularity, in terms of popularity, or in terms of quality music. I would say Asha, Benz, Praise, but Praise is deviating a little bit. So those people. Then this guy, Timmy Dakolo,
Okay.
awesome.
I'm wondering how Two-Face didn't make your top 3 list.
Yeah, Two-Face. I like Two-Face, no doubt about it. Because like for me, like me, if I want to rate most times, I tell you, at least you have to know how to play a musical instrument. You have to. It shows that. That's why I said, you know, there are musicians and there are artists and there are entertainers, performers. You understand? You know, for you to pull chords, it shows you know the rudiments of music.
I've listened to a couple of your songs and I noticed that you sing in different Nigerian languages. How many Nigerian languages do you speak?
Yeah, actually, fluently I can speak 2.
Okay.
I understand. The other ones are Surface, Bini, Yoruba, like that.
You
I
speak
speak
Hausa?
Hausa. Yeah, I speak Hausa well.
Beautiful. All right, let me put you on the spot before I let you go. You do a song for us. Okay, from this interview, I understand that you can sing and you can rap. I'm going to make you do both. You're going to sing
Hey, mommy.
and you're going to rap. So you have 2 minutes to do that.
Okay, 2 minutes to do that. So which one do you want me to start with?
I think singing should come before rapping. Or how do you guys arrange?
Okay, let me do the singing. Let me sing. Okay, what kind of songs do you want me to sing? Just
Any kind of song.
Okay, say. You call me at night 'cause you feel it's alright, and for you need me so bad, so I can hold you so tight. And I am right here and you were right there, you tossing and turning in your bed. I'm coming over to take you there. Oh, what a love, oh. You are in my am so. To me you belong, oh. I give you my love, oh. Enough, oh, what a love, oh. You are in my am so. To me you belong, oh. I give you my love, oh. Enough, oh. You're looking so sweet and your path smells so good. Please light those candles on the table after this dinner album for you, 'cause I like the way you were looking at me. So honey, give me your hand, I'm about to take you for a journey. Oh, what the love, oh.
I can tell that there are a lot of ladies out there smiling. How have you been dealing with female fans in the past couple of years?
Yeah, you know, the best way to do it is they will always come. Some wants to cling with you, some you just define it. You have to define it. Most times, the best way, just like they say, don't feed on the crap that you sell. You know, make your fans your friends, because they are going to fly you. Like right now on TV now, most people that know me, your female fan, they will be the ones to talk about you. Well, most of the guys, they might just say, that's going again, you know. So if you try to avoid, you have to define that relationship. Don't take advantage of your fans. So
Okay, I'm going to make a rap. I'm not forgetting that. You have 2 minutes to do that too.
Okay, I'm going to rap. Okay. Now laugh is the gift God has given me. Even though people don't believe in me, I'm rising so high now they're sitting me. Much attention now they're giving me. My life is changing now, transformation. So I flip this verse with so much passion. This life is a movie, but although sometimes I'm up skipping some sins. 24 hours a day I walk day and night. My image cast on papers flipping page to page. Music's pretty make me think and gives my mind a flick. Dropping ink with a rhythm, rhyme words I speak. And people think it's so easy, but this has to link a rose dank or kept men a living message below it. I'm stoic and ecstatic, my flows are magnetic, speaking words to your mind makes you know I'm eclectic. Cold in the lokachi, kasing na iya. I'll be hitting rhymes ahead on the flows, na iya kai. Nadal kuma, na iya, kuma ni na bugaganga, na iya. Microphone check 1 2, na iya. This is just the introduction, na iya. Izuba Fambu Stanley Odogwu, na iya. I rap Katie from Sabo to Kawo, na iya.
Fantastic.
I'm chilling right here, and not the word that came out from his world was fantastic. Yeah, I'm sitting right in front of Nifemi Gold with his hand on the jaw, smiling right in my face. Yo, freestyling from the top of my head, Violet Taffy. Just look at me dead in my eyes, cause not I know you feeling me all, not Stick a monitor me like your LCD screen, nah Music flows through my vein and reaching my brain, give me the heart of a soldier, protecting my game. I know you can't see me. I know you can't see me, yes, but I can't see you. But I love you. Oh, I go by the name Stanslim, aka the music.
Fantastic, really, fantastic, really.
Well,
how can your fans follow you up on social media?
Yeah,
get to download your music.
Okay, Stanslim. You can follow me. My Twitter handle is Stanslim1. Instagram, I am Stanslim. Then Facebook, you can add me up. I'm Stanslim Odogwu.
Stanslim is spelled
STANSLIM. Stanslim.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. I have one of your songs on cue. They call it On 1 December. What does that mean?
Yeah, On December. Just that track is just a playful track. Try to get commercial, but that's not really me. But the song's about we're talking about On 1 December. As in December is fast approaching. You know, you have to appreciate God. Don't put everything in God's hand. Everything is going to be fine. Then I did it with very energetic guy. Sounds like Terry G. It's titled Mouth Worries in Port Harcourt based South. You know, as you travel, you know, you rub up some of those traits and or culture, and their style of music is different. Like when you ask that question, Nigeria, if we come to that point, every state has their unique type of music. If we come to that stage, everywhere will be a market of its place. We shouldn't sound like every other person. The North, they have their mood. The South has their own mood. The East and the West has their own flavor. Nigeria is blessed. That's what I have to say. On 1 December, enjoy.
Stanslim Odogwu, fantastic music act, joined us today on Call the Artist Extra, and we'll leave you with that track On 1 December. For sure, that we'll be back next week with another exciting edition of the show. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Thank you for watching.